YouTube, how's it going? My name's Come to Japan Dan. Thanks again for joining me on another adventure. I'm going to show you how I basically rent a free YouTube studio here in Japan at this campsite. You see all this? It's almost summer and it is growing. We are going to jump over here in our mini K-truck. Over here, you guys see this? The mini K-Toda. These are beasts, some of the best work trucks out there. I don't care if you have a huge, gigantic truck, but these guys get it done. So we are gonna get over here, clean this site up for them for free. I don't ask for payment for anything like that. And they basically let me rent a YouTube studio for free. And we're gonna get a tour of that a little bit later today. So let's get to weed whacking. Okay, so as you can see, we weed whacked everything over there. Got a pile over there. We're gonna load it up. Shiny glasses are reflecting there. Whew, out of breath. But yeah, as you can see, it didn't take me too long. I think in actual real life, probably only took me about less than 10 minutes to chop all that down. We're gonna load all this up into the K-Toda and go dump it. All right, we got our grass loaded up, all the weeds there, a lot of sticks that was kind of in there, but we got that all loaded up in our K-Toda here. We're gonna go dump it at the dump site that we have here on the campsite. But again, this is Demu Budan. Demu Budan. As you can see, we cut down everything, and I think it looks a little bit better. We're on the mountains here, so it doesn't need to be like perfectly landscaped, just very rough cut, because within 2 or 3 weeks here in the Japanese summer, it's just going to be back up there, overgrown and wild. And let's go dump this down the hill here on the campsite. So let's go. I'm just going to toss you guys in. You guys ready? Yeah, I'm filming on my cell phone, so not going to leave you there. Let's go. All right, so we got everything unloaded from our K-Toda here. We're probably gonna load this thing up today, maybe 3 or 4 more times. And that is basically how I get a YouTube studio for free. Volunteering my time, doing a little bit of work around the mountain here, doing a little bit of work around the campsite. And the campsite owner, maybe she might make an appearance in this video, I don't know. We'll see. Very nice Japanese lady that owns this campsite. And yeah, I just like to help her out. And yeah, she, every once in a while, I'll explain more later. Let's fill this up before it gets too hot or I get too hungry. Let's go. Okay, so the next place we're gonna tackle is right over here. Can you kind of see all that whatnot? Leading back up over here, these 2 trailers, that's where the camp cafe is. So we're gonna clean up this area and kind of going down the driveway. So people that come and use the campsite and use the camp cafe, a little bit tidier for them. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm a big hot sweaty mess, but we got that mess cleaned up, and I think it definitely looks a lot better than it was before. We're gonna do a lot more. Here's how much we got in there so far, but I'm thinking I'm gonna get it all the way above that window, literally to the top, big old pile, because we are going to try to tackle all this here, and we're gonna get the wall. We're gonna try to get some of that wall done all the way over here, yeah? Trying to tackle, this is gonna be the beast right here. The wall. Try to take down some of that off the wall because it'll all just grow back, so let's get that going. So in Japan, these are quite common. Basically a saw blade on the end of the weed whacker here. Back in the United States, when I used to do this, you know, I had to do it as a chore. It was more the nylon string, and I feel like that's more common back in the United States than basically a saw blade. But let me know down in the comments in the United States or anywhere else in the world if you guys use these saw blades on your weed whackers there. So let's keep whacking with the saw blade. Kind of makes it a little bit hard for this wall because it's stone, but yeah, we're gonna be careful and get to whacking. As expected, the truck is full all the way up to the window, so let's take a dive. So sunny, and there's lots of sticks. That kind of hurt, but let's unload it all. I am a hot, sweaty mess. We're gonna get cleaned up and then we'll give you a view of the studio, a little tour of the studio. Basically have it set up how I want it, but we're still settling in to the new place there. But beautiful view behind me. Check out that view. You can see all the way to the ocean. Not my stupid finger, but over there is the ocean. You can see it on clear days. There's kind of a little bit of a channel and whatnot, but just a beautiful view of the campsite here. Well, it's the next day. After I got all that work done, I was just a gross, sweaty mess, and I cleaned up and I just started taking a break and decided that I would film this over 2 days, but we're just kind of enjoying the campsite. Early morning, it's about 8:42 on a Wednesday, so no one's over here, but there's a customer coming, so I'm gonna turn this off really quick, yeah? Okay, so there was a customer that I helped. The campsite owner does this all by herself, and she really appreciates it when I can help some of the customers because she gets busy at sometimes. What that customer was doing, they were basically checking out, and they were returning their campfire bucket. They can purchase some wood here from the campsite, which I also help chop wood, which is a lot of fun. But they were just returning their bucket and leaving. So because I speak Japanese, I just said arigatou gozaimashita, zehi mata kite kudasai. So basically, I said thank you very much and please do come again. So that's another way I help out with customers and chopping the wood and just doing little odd jobs around the campsite because the campsite owner does this all by herself. She has a lot of helpers, kind of like me, that, you know, we're not staff. We don't get paid, but we kind of give more than we take from the campsite because it's just a beautiful place to hang out and enjoy. So yeah, that's how I get to be in this space and enjoy the nature about 8:45 here in the morning in the Japanese mountains. Some beautiful bird sounds in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but yeah, good stuff. So we'll just walk and talk kind of around the campsite area. This is part of the camp cafe. Customers can enjoy the inside of there. These 3 trailers are really interesting because they have craftspeople. The one on the far left, he is a leather worker, does a lot of amazing leather work with wallets and bags and different accessories and stuff. The middle one is a clown. He's a professional clown, so that's his studio, and he does a lot of camping and just likes to be out in nature to reset and everything like that. So super interesting. And over here is a lovely lady that does a lot of amazing, beautiful woodworking, makes beautiful cutting boards and chopsticks. Ohashi is what you'd say in Japanese, and a lot of keychains and just some very, very beautiful woodworking here. So a lot of craftspeople over here in these trailers. Over here is kind of like a barbecue space. Another fun thing is I got all these rocks from the ocean. Very close to here, about maybe 20-minute drive. I can go to the ocean, and I gathered all these rocks so that people can kind of have a little activity to do, a little rock stacking, and a lot of kids and even adults really enjoy just kind of, you know, trying to stack as many rocks as possible. So it's kind of fun. Oh, look at that bee, big bumblebee. Can you see him? Ooh. Ooh. Hey. lots of bumblebees. Kumabachi, which I believe means bear bee in Japanese, the direct translation there. Let's get walking up the hill and finally get to my studio. I know I've said that a couple times in this video already. So one cool thing about the cafe is you can also enjoy just a regular cafe, coffee, some a lot of great food like green curry and a bunch of different cafe foods, but it's a cafe that you can also have a campfire. So if you want to come and have a little campfire and enjoy a cup of coffee, a latte, a dessert, some light lunch in the afternoon, you can also have a campfire as well. So that's really interesting. Here's all the firewood that I helped chop. We have a wood splitter here, but we also have just axes and sledgehammers and wedges and a bunch of different stuff to chop wood. And I like doing that because it's good exercise, it's fun, it's so satisfying when you get a good chop on the wood. And yeah, the campsite owner sells the wood. So again, I'm chopping it for free. She gets the wood chopped, and you know, at the campsite, she's always needing wood to be chopped constantly because a lot of campers do it, and she sells it. So again, yet another way that I'm giving more than I am taking from the campsite here by allowing me to use the YouTube studio, my little office up there. And we're slowly gonna start getting a beautiful view back this way. And yeah, I hope you guys can see it. Little walk up the hill. I wanted to mention yesterday, all the work that I did probably took me about 2.5 hours. That said, probably about 30 minutes extra because I was messing around with the camera, getting angles and talking to you guys and whatnot. So I probably about 2 hours of my work, 2 hours of my day, just, you know, working around the campsite, cleaning stuff up for the campsite owner. But yeah, let's get up to the office and give you guys the tour. All right. So here is going to be the new cafe. It's under construction. Very excited to see this come together. But yeah, still under construction. One of the coolest parts about this area is almost everybody that's working on this is volunteers. I help out a little bit. I'm not the most, like, you know, I can't do construction by any means, but I can carry wood, all these long 2x4s, and I can hold things when they need an extra hand, you know, if they need like something like this, like here, just hold this here, like I'm qualified to do that kind of thing. And another thing that I do is I clean the place up. So this is my domain right here, Hoki. So I'm the person in charge of cleaning. So I just kind of tidy stuff up after everybody is done doing their work. So let's go up the stairs. So we're turning the corner here. I wanted to show you one thing that I did. I made this handle out of driftwood. So I found this at the ocean. I sanded it and I put a little bit of lacquer on it, and I made a door handle for the campsite owner's new office. We're not going to show you her office. Maybe eventually I'll show you her office, but yeah, I just wanted to show you this beautiful driftwood door handle that I made for her. Let's go into my studio and check it out. I like this natural, just kind of plywood board, but here we go. Let's go in. All right, here we are. As we come in, over here, I just like to hang up my backpack and keys and whatnot, but I have some more driftwood. So I'll talk a lot about this, but I enjoy going to the ocean and picking up driftwood and rocks, and also sea glass. So have you ever found sea glass? This is basically just glass that's been on the beach, and it gets rolled around and smoothed out. So I pick it up and I make little designs. So I drew the picture and then I just glued on the sea glass there, and it's kind of cute. Here's another one of my art pieces. These are actually some really nice smooth rocks I picked up, and I drew some cute little flowers there. All over here, these are just a lot of wood, some very basic woodworking projects that I like to work on, because I can do some woodworking stuff, but yeah, just a stockpile of wood. Here I have just some hiking poles and whatnot. More of my art. Here's more sea glass art. Some cute little birds. And some more little flowers over here. And this is just kind of some of my messy planning that I got going on here, thinking about a bunch of different stuff. So over here, little lounge area. I could just kind of relax over here. If I have some guests over, I can just relax and hang out here. More driftwood, lots of things. I picked all this up. I even found this at the ocean, just randomly on the beach, so I picked it up. And again, this is driftwood, some incense. Yeah, I got my guitar, I have an ukulele back there. Got my skateboard. Over here, I have more of my workbench. You can see more things. We'll give you a closer look. This is another piece of driftwood that I found, and I attached it to like this kind of pallet thing. And it's just kind of a little bit of an object. It's really cool. I like to hang things on it. This is a sun catcher, so if the sun catches it, if the sun hits it just right, there'll be like a rainbow all over the place. And just some more seashells. I found this huge, amazing seashell on the beach when I was beachcombing here in Japan. Another one of these cool, it's very iridescent rainbow color shell. And yeah, whatnot. Here's another piece of driftwood that I really enjoy. I picked up this driftwood, but I also clean it. I like to clean the driftwood because when you pick it up from the ocean, it's really sandy, but it also can be very stinky. It smells like fishy, smells oceany. So I like to clean it, and I have a whole method of how I clean it and prepare it, because I also sell this. Many people have actually bought a lot of driftwood from me, and they use it for different purposes and whatnot. But I have a lot of more driftwood down here that I use for things. More driftwood down there. Lots of driftwood over here. And lots of long pieces of driftwood here. And yeah, I got it. So that's the workbench for making arts and crafts and working on projects and stuff. And something that kind of goes along with that is kind of my pegboard over here. So lots of random tools, pliers, and I got some headphones over there and whatnot. Yeah, so there's the pegboard there. Microwave and the refrigerator. Today's lunch, just from Konbini, some kaki no tane. This is one of my favorite snacks in Japan. Super, super good. Check it out. And here's where all the YouTube work is done. There's the desk. Got the microphone if I need to do any voiceover stuff. Right now I'm just relying on the audio of the cell phone, but as you can see, one of my main things I do here is I edit videos for this dude and this chick. This is Tokini Andy. If you're not familiar with Tokini Andy, amazing YouTuber and just one of the best Japanese learning resources out on YouTube's there is, in my opinion. I'm a little bit biased because I do edit his videos, but I'm just so proud that I can be working on his projects as well. And yeah, so I got the editing, the 2 screens to edit here, edit those videos. Over here, well, a little messy, but we got art supplies and camera stuff, and then camping, hiking, just a lot of storage kind of stuff over here. I want to get a little bit more organized. Over here, we have a hammock, so I can just kind of relax sometimes. I spent the night here the other day, and it was great. I just did a little camping over here. The night view is amazing. Let's see, over there, lots of buildings and stuff, so I can get a beautiful night view. But yeah, the hammock is just so relaxing. I can edit some videos, take a little break, and jump into the hammock. Over here, you can see the setup. I just got you guys on a little gimbal there. Pikachu! Little Pikachu sticker right there. But yeah, just got my work clothes and just some other things I need around here. But yeah, that's basically the studio. It's a great space. It's more than I need. It's a lot of space. I think it looks pretty great. I'm really happy with the studio here, how it turned out, and just hanging out around the campsite, yeah? All right, so that's a look at my YouTube space here at the campsite that I basically get for free. I keep saying basically for free. And the reason why I say that is because I do have an agreement and I do pay for this place, but because I help out so much around here and give back more than I take from the campsite, the owner so graciously just, she says, let's forget about the rent this month. And I haven't paid in 3 months because she's totally fine with that. And every time she's like, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. You've done so much work for me. So I still try to slide money under her door, just because, you know, I don't want to be a freeloader, but every once in a while, you know, she says, don't worry about don't worry about this month. So quite often, which is a blessing. So giving back is how I can be in this space, and it's just a win-win. It's win-win for everybody. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did do all that YouTube stuff, like, comment, and subscribe. It's very appreciated, and hopefully I can create more things in this space because it's so easy to be creative here because there's so many amazing people around. Hope to see you on the next adventure. Mata ne!